everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Shanicepatrice here. I know it's been a long time since we've chatted. We'll get into that in another video if you guys are interested, but for now we're going to focus on the title of the video. I'm going to mention to you guys my top 10 baby products, and then I'll add in a few at the end of things that I just don't think is necessary. So let's jump right into the video. So the first thing on my list is the Skip Hop changing pad. So there is another changing pad similar to this by a different brand. We chose this type of changing pad because I didn't want to go through the process of having to change the changing pad cover. With the Skip Hop one, you can just wipe it clean because, honey, as many blowouts as my daughter had, we would literally be doing laundry every single day. So I like the idea of just having one that you can wipe clean if, you know, something got on it, and it's half the price. It does the same exact thing as the one that is more expensive. I think the next thing I have on my list is the newborn boppy. I really like this. We used it a lot when my daughter was younger. My daughter was born fairly long, so she grew out of it pretty fast. But while we were able to use it, we really liked it. We used it for tummy time. We used it to prop her up for pictures and just, you know, to sit her in there from time to time. It came in handy a lot. If your baby is smaller, you know, they can use it for a lot longer than my daughter did. But for the time that we were able to use it, we really did enjoy it. Next thing I have on my list is the Argo baby carrier. Y'all, this was a lifesaver. So my daughter had to, we had to hold her most of the time. For me to be able to get anything done, I literally had to have her in the carrier, and it allowed me to do some cleaning. It allowed me to cook. I even put her in there to go to doctor's appointments because for a long time I had never carried my daughter in her car seat, because the car seat that's in my car is the one that you use for all stages up until they use the booster seat. I never take that in and out of my car. That those car seats are meant to stay in the car. It was just easier for me to just do what I was used to just put her in the carrier and just, you know, have her there, not have to worry about carrying this big bulky car seat, and then I would just throw the diaper bag on my back, and I loved it. I used that until she was about 6 months, and then once she got to that point, she was just too heavy for me to have her in that. But I know a lot of people that use that until their baby is practically walking. So if you're one of those people, I think this is an amazing product. I think it's between $60 and $70, but I think it's definitely worth it. The next thing I have on my list is the mirror that goes inside of your car. It kind of just gave me peace of mind, because whenever I was driving my daughter to, you know, doctor's appointments by myself, it allowed me to see her and see what she was doing. My daughter hates the car, but so she was gonna cry regardless. But just to be able to see her and know that she's just not you know, it just gave me peace of mind to know that she was okay. So I really like that, especially as a first time mom. It's a really simple product, but it's very useful. The next thing I have on my list is the Angel Care, or the Angel Bathtub, if I'm not mistaken. I love that. It was, I think it's $20 on Amazon. It's very sleek and simple, no gadgets or anything like that. You'll know why I mentioned the no gadgets part a little bit later in the video, but we used that when my daughter was younger, and we would just put it in our kitchen sink and bathe her in that, and it was simple and straight to the point. You didn't have to spend an arm and a leg for it, and it got the job done. So I really like that, and I definitely recommend it. The next thing I want to mention is the Love Every Playmat. Love Every has become very popular in the past few years. I like the Playmat. We used it a lot when my daughter was younger for tummy time. She liked the mirror a little bit, but as far as the toys that hangs from the wooden bars, she didn't really use those that much. But then once she got older, she really liked it. She rolled over. She used the mirror a lot. She would play with the bell and kick it. She liked the little squishy balls, the squishy ball that hangs from the top. It's black and white, so it's good for, you know, the eye and focusing and developing those muscles and things like that. So I really did like that. My daughter started crawling when she was 5.5 months, so she didn't get to play with that a whole lot, simply because she didn't want to sit still. She wanted to move around. She enjoyed it while she did use it. We could put her on there. I knew where she was at before she started crawling, I knew where she was and knew that she was playing and she was safe. Now, the next few things or items are for once the baby gets a little bit older. You can hear 7 in there. And the one I want to mention is the banana toothbrush. I had not seen this toy. I hadn't seen anyone talk about it. She's in there with her dad, in case you're wondering as well. She's not just in the room chilling. But it really helped to soothe her gums. She would scratch it up against her gums and even her teeth that she has now. She has 2 teeth on the bottom. And she really likes it. And it has 2 handles on it, so she can grab a hold to it. It helps those motor skills. And it also, I think the package actually mentioned that it prepares them for teeth brushing. Number 8 on the list is the Munchkin 360 cup. So y'all, my daughter is breastfed, and we have tried bottles, multiple cups, and the bottle was definitely a no-go. She has not really ever taken a bottle. She would drink a little bit here and there, but as far as like drinking a whole, a whole bottle, she would never do that. So we had a little bit better luck with giving her a cup, and we've tried 2 different cups before the Munchkin one, and she would drink a little bit of milk from those. It would definitely be spread out, but from the Munchkin cup in particular, she will drink her milk from this cup. Now, don't get me wrong, she doesn't drink all of it in one sitting, like she would when she latches on, because she just prefers that, which a lot of breastfed babies do. But she would drink a good bit of it and then, put it down and play, and then she would come back and drink more. And we have not had that much success with any other cup. I like the fact that you can't really spill milk when it's turned directly over because of the way it's made. They have to be sucking on it for whatever is inside to come out. It's not 100% fail proof because it does come out little drops here and there, but water and milk is not splashing everywhere when she's turning it over, because I know the other cups that we've used, the openings on those are so wide that whenever she would turn it up, it would be milk or water everywhere. It's worth a try if your baby is breastfed and you want to try to get them to drink from a cup. We had to skip the bottle phase altogether and just do the cup. So she still is not taking that cup 100% of the time. She's definitely not going to take it if I'm like here, or if she knows she can get the milk from me. She usually takes it when like her grandma has her, or her dad or something like that. But she is really particular about when she takes it, and she's iffy like that. She's like yeah. So next thing I have is the what is it? Hold on, y'all, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had to go look at the chair to see, but it's called Inglesina chair, high chair. I'll put a picture up. But y'all, this is like high chair, top notch. Okay. I mean, we live in an apartment, so we don't have a lot of space. And even if we lived in a house, I think if we had a countertop or an island or something to hook it to, it would still be a really nice, sleek item to have. You hook it to your countertop. The video that I saw on Baby List, they show people traveling with it, because you can like kind of travel with it. It has like a carrying handle if you want to use it in a restaurant, or if you're going to, someone else's house and you want to hook it to their account. They have different colors. My daughter sits up there whenever we're eating at the countertop, the bar area. She likes it, and I think it definitely saves a lot of space. We don't have this huge high chair that is just there all the time. Our bar stools that we have, we can actually slide the bar stool underneath the chair and it still fits. Still is very, very sleek, and you can put it in the washer. We've already washed it and we didn't have any issues with that, so that was nice. Definitely a great product, once your child is older. And the last must-have product that I have is the Vanchi bamboo plates. Like their whole little system, plates, spoons, forks, bowls, all of that. I think they're really nice. I'm a sucker for cute stuff, especially with having a girl. There's so many suction plates everywhere, but this is just the one that I've tried. I really like it. My daughter is not able to pull it up and throw the food all over the place. And we have not tried the forks. We've only tried the spoons, and I would imagine they would be the same, but she can hold it. When she wants to like play and like put it in her mouth or whatever, it's very easy for her to hold on to. We've actually tried some of the Munchkin spoons that kind of change colors when the stuff is too hot or cold, or too hot. And they're just way too small for my comfort. I'm afraid that if she's gonna put that too far in the back of her throat. But the Vanchi ones, she can hold on to it. It's really nice and sturdy. I love it. The only downfall is that those things cannot go in the dishwasher. I read that before I ended up purchasing, because I was trying to see why some people were giving it bad reviews, and people were saying they had put it in the dishwasher and they didn't read that it couldn't go in the dishwasher. And like, I think the plastic on it had melted or whatever. So they can't go in the dishwasher. That's the only downfall. But other than that, I love it. Great product. They are a little bit on the more expensive side for some baby utensils and bowls and stuff, but like I said, I'm a sucker for cute stuff, so I love those. Now, on to things that you can just skip on. So, like I mentioned, we were using the Angel Care or the Angel bathtub for my daughter when she was younger. And when she got older and we moved and we started putting her into the bathtub, because at first we was putting her in the kitchen sink, we ended up getting the For Moms bathtub. Now, a little backstory on this. We got that bathtub because our Mamaroo, which is also a product made by For Moms, stopped working. And I'll get into that in the next product. But the Mamaroo stopped working, and so they kind of like gave us like a little complimentary gift card for $50. And if you guys have ever been on the For Moms website, all of their stuff is really expensive. The cheapest item was that bathtub, and it was $65. So even then we had to put money with it to use the $50 gift card. And it's a nice little tub or whatever. It's nice and big. And it has a detector on it to determine if the water is too hot or too cold. It actually tells the temperatures, and it goes blue when it's too cold, green when it's just right, and red when it's too hot. The screen stopped working within like 2 weeks of having it. And so that's a complete waste. I mean, it's a bathtub, so it's impossible for us to not get that digital screen wet. And even if you're super, super careful, like water is going to get on that at some point. So I feel like that they just get rid of the digital screen altogether and just do some other way to determine the temperature, because it's possible. I'm sure that's why people get that product, because if that's the case, you could just get a simple product, like the Angel Care bathtub. It's not worth it. It's not worth the $65 in my opinion. That leads me on to the next product, which is also by For Moms, which is the Mamaroo. Now, Mamaroos are very, very popular right now. I believe they're like $219. They are like this swing kind of bouncer gadget thing. And a lot of the reviews that I've read, the baby either loves it or they hate it. And my baby did not like it. I think for that amount of money, it was a gift, so that's that. But for that amount of money, I think it's definitely not worth it to take that kind of gamble if your baby doesn't like it. My baby fell asleep in the Mamaroo one time, and every other time we put her in there, she cried. It turned into a chair that we just put her in for pictures, and we didn't use it any other time. So just a complete waste of money. I found that a lot of the motions were very similar. It was like a kangaroo, a car ride, all of that. And it was kind of just like this back and forth, slow kind of motion like this, or it would just go like this. I don't even know. I don't even know what it was doing. A lot of the motions were very similar, and they weren't fast enough. Like, if you guys, the typical baby swing is like $100 from Graco or whatever. They just, go back and forth, and they're kind of fast. So it's really stimulating the baby, making the baby feel like they're in someone's arms being rocked. The Mamaroo, on the other hand, is very slow. And even when you turn the speed all the way up, it's just not fast enough, in my opinion. I also read a lot of reviews where people were complaining that after so long, like 3 or 4 months, it would start making this crazy, crazy noise. The motor is just like screeching, like, yeah, yeah. Like every time it's going back and forth, and it's like, how are you gonna put the baby to sleep if you're that loud? Our mammal will stop working at about 2 weeks, and we reached out to the company, and they was very, um, the communication was very good. They responded, and they told us what to do. We had to like take our old Mamaroo and write on it in permanent marker and just put disposable. I guess they do that so that if someone else was to find it in the trash, they wouldn't like get it and email them and say this stopped working, so that they could send them a new product. Um, and originally they were only going to send us the bottom part, the base, the motor part, but then they sent everything out, and they sent us the $50 gift card that we used on the bathtub. But 2 weeks and it stopped working completely. Like it would not come on at all. It wasn't like it was coming on and it was like just slow. Is it worth the $219? I think there's a lot of other really good baby bouncers and swings that will allow your baby to go to sleep and stimulate your baby enough for you to put them in there and you can get some cleaning and stuff done like that, cooking or whatever. For me, the memory just wasn't. I've seen plenty of people on YouTube, babies love that, love it, and they sleep or whatever, but it just wasn't for my baby. And I think to take a gamble with 219 when baby stuff is already so expensive, it's not, honey. It's not worth it. The next thing I have on my list is the nose Frida. I'm probably gonna get a little bit of kickback from this because I know people love that thing, but it's just I just liked the old school blue little suction thing that you get from the hospital when your baby is born. That just goes in there and it just gets it. Just get all them boogies out like easily. Whereas the nose Frida, you're like sucking for days. I could just get in there with the old school blue suction thing and just get all the boogers out really fast. I know people like that thing, and it's a neat little invention, I guess, but it just didn't do it for me. It's cute or whatever. And then the last thing on my things that you can skip on is clothes, y'all. Especially right now in this age because the babies aren't going anywhere. These quarantine babies are quarantining. So, 7 did receive a lot of clothes, and of course, there were things that I was online looking at because it's fun when you have a little girl. Like there's so many cute girl clothes and shoes and accessories and things. She didn't get to wear a lot of that stuff. Even with me trying to put her on clothes for the day, she just didn't. And especially because where we were living, the summers were shorter. Like it got cold really fast. So a lot of that, like some of the stuff, she never got to wear at all. It was brand new. Like the thing with the shoes, like she got shoes for, there were sandals, and she was obviously a summer baby. And when she was born, she couldn't fit them. And by the time she could fit them, it was too cold for sandals. So just things like that, Of course, especially with being a first time mom, if you're able to, you want to, just get all of the things because it's fun. Like it's such a fun, enjoyable time. But just going and splurging on a whole bunch of clothes, a whole bunch of shoes that they grow out of so fast. And I wish I would have listened when people were telling us this, like, don't get all those clothes because they're gonna grow out of them. So that is everything on my list. If you guys have made it this far in the video, go ahead and subscribe. Do not leave without subscribing, y'all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.